Out in Oakland, the Warriors are ahead against the Grizzlies. Up big in that one, still in the second quarter. And that's it for us here in the studio. Time to send it on back out to Kevin Harlan and the gang for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to New York City, the bright beacon of the Statue of Liberty, lighting up the harbor.
What a great game for Granger in this one. 15 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Here's Hill. Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. Down low, West and Hibbert, and it's Granger in at the 3 slot. Here's West. Kept in line by Indiana. And George kicks to Hill. Feeds it to Hibbert. On the wing, George. Outside Hill. Nailed from three-point land. Hill's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers. The Knicks with the lead.
Well, if the Pacers wanted to grab the attention of the league with their postseason play, they certainly did that. They marched through the first 2 rounds by knocking off the Hawks and the Knicks. And well, remember, they were a game away from the NBA Finals.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Doubled by Felton. And George kicks to Hill. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Ultimately, the Pacers would fall to the Heat, but they put them to the test. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They gained respect league-wide even more than they had going into the playoffs. It took 7 games, Clark, and you saw them all, which a lot of folks didn't see coming.
I know that's the case, and yet the way the Pacers showed such grit in that series, it indicates they can compete with anybody. And when you have a defensive anchor like they do in Roy Hibbert, they've got a chance to be a championship team before long.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Well, for so long, the Knicks have been the punchline of the Eastern Conference the last decade. Poorly managed contracts and questionable trades really kept them from rising to the top in the East. But once again now, they look like a powerhouse.
As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the team's scoring leaders. Number 1, the Knicks.
Yeah, they did a great job last year of sharing the ball, pushing the ball in transition, and really spreading out the scoring, and they were very productive as a team.
Anthony backing him down. Leads him in there. Felton. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Felton's got 5 points so far. And Clark, you were right. The Knicks were a powerhouse last season. Steve, 37 wins against the rest of the conference. And they just would dominate other teams at times.
Well, they're a team that doesn't really want to run a lot or force tempo. They just kind of want to get you in the half court. They don't turn the ball over, and they bury you from long range. So, they found their identity last year, and it really dominated in that Eastern Conference.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The drive by Smith. Deflected. Chandler, he's guarded by Hill. Clock at 2. Here's Smith. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at New York. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out Indiana, they're 5 spots away.
Checking out New York, they've been off to a great start. I mean, they've stacked up the wins here in the early going, and the momentum is very positive as they move forward.
And no surprise there, Clark. We knew they were going to be a team to watch, and they've absolutely shown it here with the way they've played.
And the Pacers call time here.
Well, I tell you what, the Pacers did a lot of good things last year. Defended well, protected the rim and their home court. Really, the one area for improvement is probably the road record. They could get better in that area.
Granger dishes to Hill. Rejected by Felton. And passes to Smith. Great D that time from Hibbert.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Well, Clark, as you said, the Pacers didn't play as well as they had hoped to on the road for a team that won the division. They were 19-21 away from Indianapolis, and Steve, not the kind of record they wanted to end with.
No, but if you're around 500 then you can control your home court, you're going to have a good season. And that's exactly what Indiana did. They ended up with the 3rd seed in the East, and all in all, a terrific year.
Anthony kicks to Felton. Shot clock at 6. Anthony. New York, no good that time either. Hibbert with the screen for Hill. West dishes to Hill. Hill gets a screen from Hibbert. To tie. Again missing Hill.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
The Pacers really have to improve their approach against Carmelo Anthony.
He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, I think Carmelo is one of the great scorers in the NBA, but his three-point shooting has really been inconsistent over the course of his career. That's where he could make the most improvement. Shoots a low percentage out there, and I think settles too often for that three-point shot. He's so strong, I'd like to see him put the ball on the floor and get to the hole more often.
The Pacers making a switch here. Scola's checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Steve, to go back to Anthony and his shooting stroke, he shot more threes last season than ever before. Clark over 6 a game.
And so maybe as he emphasizes that part of his game a little more, he can get his percentage back up to the 40s like in 2011. If that happens, there's no question that makes him even more deadly as a scorer.
Good point. Here's Bryant, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
Taken away by Anthony. Here's Smith. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Now it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for